when I'm like actively trying to relax myself, not exclusively during meditation, but sort of largely at that time, the things that sort of distract or discourage me tend to almost certainly, and I would hedge my bets on saying certainly, find themselves falling into three distinct categories. Those are time, if, and I. These are the three sort of types of worry, or types of thoughts, not intrusive so much as overpowering thoughts I find myself having when I'm attempting to, draw myself out of my sort of standard automatic mode of thinking into something a bit more passive, a bit more relaxed and detached, less thinking, more feeling, or sort of, the state we want to be in, I suppose, is the best way to say it. Firstly, of course, is time. I may worry, this isn't the time to be doing this, or I'm wasting time by doing this. That this time could be much better spent. I don't have the time to take a moment right now. I may feel I have priorities. I may feel like putting this before something else is only going to cause more of an issue, and that is discouraging to, taking the time out. And I usually try to combat this by saying, well, of course it's time for this. There's no limitation. There's no real reason why anything should oversee importance of any other thing. And, I am my own mind, I suppose, so it's pretty important to, stop that from getting into something not so great. The second being if, which is just the sort of, catastrophizing. If I don't, do what I'm putting off, if I keep, feeling how I'm feeling, or if I keep trying to not feel that way, something's going to go wrong. I'm again not focusing on the moment, focusing on the feeling. I'm thinking about the future, or I'm considering this, that, or the other. I'm putting off feeling for some kind of worry for something that isn't even certain, and that's sort of the second kind of worry I have. And the third being this is me being so blindly assigned to the physical state, to my body. I might, stop myself from being able to relax fully because I have some physical discomfort, a little itch in the side of my leg, or, I feel like I might sneeze, or something very menial and very physical, some sensation like that really doesn't matter, that is going to pass whether I scratch that side of my arm or not. And yet it becomes so sort of drilling into you. It's like, I have to scratch that, and that takes entirely away from the feeling, even though nothing is going to go wrong if I don't. It's going to pass. It's just, something so temporal, something, so little. And on a wider scale, when I am trying to feel sort of detached in a positive light, it's I, full stop. When you are meditating, you can't find an I, because there is no I. We're not our minds, we're not our bodies, we're not the motives to our actions, we're not whatever. We can't locate that sort of I. So again, being a core basis to nearly every Eastern religion, the non-self, the wider, universal set of self is something that I feel I need to think more of, rather than being so grounded in the sort of assumption that this body and this mind are all I am, or are all I can sort of be. And that's a limitation. As soon as you start thinking you're only that, in an attempt to calm yourself, you're going to be blinded by sort of the expectations of I, and the needs of I, and the wants and desires and churnings and whatnot of I, rather than anything of actual importance, which may be completely distant or separate from what you think or accept as I, when it is, just the flesh and bone, and the universe is something much more marvellous, if that's the case, which I don't know if it is, but it's definitely a limitation to calming myself down when I don't think it is. So yes, those are sort of the 3 things that stop me from feeling relaxed when I'm trying to feel relaxed, and I just thought I'd like rant those out because I feel like that's a very common sort of list of how these worries are. I feel like that's what stops a lot of people, and I just thought if I talked them through and if I was understanding myself why I was sort of feeling these, I'd help myself overcome them, and that's sort of the point of me talking about them here and now. I just hope that the next time I try, I can know these, and I do know them, and I can look past them, which is the important bit. I can know them all I want, but I'm so ingrained in them that it's hard to look past them, even though I can sit here and say all this. So I hope the same for you as well. Try and calm down and try and just